non-teaching staff, respected members of the ALSOC, my fellow Xaverians, and everyone else present here. The previous year, we had adapted ourselves to the new normal. This year, we have slowly made our peace with the next normal. Amidst the backdrop of ifs and buts and hows and whys, X-Uberance 21 aims to challenge the celebration of mediocrity. Not only do we make an attempt to keep up with the virtual standards of today, but we also strive to go back to our roots and bring back the traditions that have long been forgotten. With that being said, I welcome you all to the official opening ceremony of X-Uberance 21. As we start off today's proceedings, I would request Reverend Father Principal, Madam Vice Principal, Reverend Father Rector, our teachers in charge, Mrs. Joita Basu and Mr. Shomnath Thor, to come forward for the lighting of the lamp. X-Uberance is being celebrated along with the Ignatian year at St. Xavier's to commemorate the 500th year of our patron saint, Saint Ignatius of Loyola. I would request Madam Vice Principal of the Primary Section, Mrs. Soma Gomes, to speak a few words and enlighten us on the Ignatian year.
A very good morning to Reverend Father Rector, our chief guest for today's occasion, Reverend Father Principal, teaching, non-teaching staff, students and all the other guests present here. It is a very special day for St. Xavier's Collegiate School as we are present here for the opening ceremony of our annual school fest, X-Uberance 2021. As we light the lamp to mark the beginning of this inter-school fest, which has in its archive a whole range of interesting events, we step into yet another program which will bear the essence of Ignatius 500. The Ignatian year was officially announced by Reverend Father General Arturo Sosa Bascal, SJ, in September 2019 as celebration to commemorate 500 years since the conversion of St. Ignatius. 20th May 2021 marked the 500th anniversary of St. Ignatius' conversion. That fateful day when Ignatius the soldier, struck by a cannonball, began his transformation into Ignatius the pilgrim, then to St. Ignatius, and finally the of this celebration. As H.E. Lucock once said, "No one can whistle a symphony. It takes a whole orchestra to play it." under the able guidance of Reverend Father Principal, with a lot of hard work and tireless effort put in by all our students and teachers concerned, together with the tremendous support from the sponsors, we are finally here today for the opening ceremony of X-Uberance 2021. I wish all the very best to the entire team for their endeavor to make this year's fest a meaningful one. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that wonderful performance. Exuberance 21, Ambition Meets Resilience, is the story about not only continuing the legacy forward, but taking it up a notch higher. To shed some more light on this, I would request Swastik Nandi and Aryaraj Banerjee from the core committee of this year to address today's gathering.
Ambition meets resilience, the tagline of Exuberance, really delineates the thought process behind the fest in an innately apt way. A very good morning to one and all present here. We are gathered here on this ostentatious occasion to witness the birth of something extraordinary. History has been proof that St. Xavier's has given rise to people who are not only prevalent as people, but are also prepossessing souls who are helpful citizens of modern society. Beyond the academic spectrum, our alma mater stands tall in leavening calibres such as leadership, creativity, confidence, thereby help to prevent the complete development of one's character. As intellectual and rational human beings, we always strive to be better and think out of the box, which was essentially the entire ideology which helped Exuberance catapult into something achievable and conquerable.
The pandemic has been tough on all of us, but it has affected the youth the most. This generation has been labeled lost, but perception makes all the difference in the world. Instead of seeing the youth as disoriented, we should see them as the welcoming generation. This cohort is enthusiastic to change that has been forced upon them. They look at the new world not with hopeless eyes, but instead with an ambitious vision. Resilience and hard work are two pillars that have been strengthened. This year's rendition is much more spectacular as it marks the auspicious Ignatian year in honor of Saint Ignatius of Loyola, the founder of the Society of Jesus.
Our target is to gather talented people from reputed schools throughout the city and give them a medium to display their connate talents in magnificent way. We have undertaken the task to include a wide array of events that will hopefully facilitate the brilliant individuals to truly bring out the magnanimous nature of the skills in their fields they hone. A plethora of events ranging from testing in one's intelligence to the maximum level to showcasing one's prowess has been sketched because we strive to bring out the best in you. The exoskeleton of the fest has been carefully thought of so as to provocatively bring out the vying and ambitious nature of Exuberance 21.
St. Xavier's Collegiate School does not follow the general cliché of celebrating mediocrity, avoiding which has been our prime lookout. True to our principles, we have inexplicably abided by our morals, but at the same time paved the way for the colors of our youthful and vibrant culture to shine through. The extent of 2 whole days will end up feeling like fast-forwarded moments, with exhilarating events lined up one after the other. Ambitious in its vision and resilient in its efforts, Exuberance 21 is all set to take off. Nihil ultra, nothing beyond. Thank you.
Thank you, Swastik and Aryaraj, for that eloquent speech. Before moving on, I would request Father Principal to felicitate our chief guest for today's ceremony, Reverend Father Jairaj Veluswamy. Thank you, Father. Now it is time for a very special performance. We have the most prolific duo of musicians of St. Xavier's, Amir Rizvi and Sushen Mitra, present here today, our ex-students who are now currently performing under the name of Raiko and Rizvi. Amir and Sushen, the stage is all yours.
Good morning, Reverend Father Principal, Chief Guest, Ma'am Vice Principal, the teachers, the bhaiyas, Sumanda, and the wonderful students here. It's always good to be back here. Countless memories in this hall, and I wouldn't say your generation is lost because you've done a terrific job here. So very well done. We're very happy to be here, and we hope you enjoy our song.
Hello, check. Okay, we'll be performing one of our own songs, something we've written ourselves. It's called Same Old Stories, and we hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
just because you are gone. Through dreams till the rivers flow, nothing remains but fading cold. And I need you. Your touch keeps me going. This morning cold and gray. When will things be again? Thank you very much. Have a fantastic day. We're writing this week.
Thank you so much for that melodious singing. It took me back to the days of hearing both of you in the assemblies, and I'm sure the smiles at the faces of the teachers are a testament to that as well. Thank you once again for making all of us relive that once more. I would now request our teacher in charge, Mrs. Joita Basu, to felicitate Reverend Father Principal and Vice Principal Ma'am from the primary section. Thank you, ma'am, for doing the honors. Now, I would be truly humbled if our chief guest, Reverend Father Jairaj Veluswamy, could address today's gathering and declare X-Uberance 21 open.
Reverend Father Principal, Father Dr. Thomas Arulappan, respected Vice Principal Soma Gomes, respected teachers and the teacher coordinators, Joita Bose, Mr. Somnath, other teachers and respected ALSOC members and the teaching support staff, all, and the core committee members, students community of X-Uberance 21. It is an amazing feat, I must say. This is for the second consecutive year that I am invited to declare X-Uberance 21 open to be part of this function. And first of all, I would like to congratulate Father Principal, Vice Principal, the coordinator teachers, and the core committee members, students, all of you, for coming up again with this great event, X-Uberance 21. This event cannot be placed at a better situation, better timing than just the day after the Mohalaya. As people of Bengal, all of us begin the Durga Puja festival, and at the very start itself, our students from St. Xavier's Collegiate School, you come up with this great event of cultural festival, I would say. It's going to be next 4 days of great convergence, great confluence of talents from 25 schools, I am told. That's a great number. Students from 25 city schools and beyond city would be participating in various competition, events, and showcasing, display of talents. That's amazing. As all of us know, no festival can be called a festival if there is no sharing in the midst of the festival. What makes a festival joyous is a sense of sharing. Sharing of joy, spreading of happiness, sharing of gifts, even visiting, giving time, sharing one's time with friends and neighbors and relations, sharing some gifts with people who do not have much. These days we see a lot of people of goodwill, people with good heart, reach out to the less privileged with the gifts, puja gifts. It could be clothes, it could be material, it could be anything. That's wonderful. But you as St. Xavier's Collegiate students, you come up with another form of, another mode of sharing. You invite people to share what they are blessed with, their talents, their time. That is a higher level of sharing. You create a platform where students are invited to share their time with the students of all these 25 schools, the staff and their parents, and imagine the thousands of people who would be watching each item that is going to be performed in the coming days. Thanks to all the participants, because you are coming to share what God has shared with you. What God has blessed you with, your talents, your skills, potentials. Just now we saw how our students, right? Beautiful rendition of songs. And it is in that sharing of your talents, your time with others, you contributed as student community to this greatest festival of our land, the Durga Puja festival. So I want to really congratulate, appreciate all of you, and wish you all success, grand success, even better than last year of this X-Uberance 21. So I take this great opportunity, great pleasure in declaring X-Uberance 21 open.
Thank you so much, Father, for those words of encouragement. It really means a lot to all of us. Before moving ahead, I would request Mr. Somnath Dhar, our teacher in charge, to felicitate Brother Chinta S.J. Thank you, sir. Reverend Father Principal, it would really mean a lot if you could come and felicitate our teachers in charge, Mrs. Joita Basu and Mr. Somnath Dhar, the pillars behind X-Uberance 21. Thank you, Father Principal. Now, as we come to the close of today's ceremony, I would like to conclude with a note of gratitude. I would like to thank Reverend Father Principal, Madam Vice Principal, for giving us the opportunity to go ahead with X-Uberance 21. Our chief guest, Reverend Father Jairaj Veluswamy, for gracing today's auspicious occasion. Our teachers associated with X-Uberance for making this fest come to life once again. And a big thank you to my team for being the architects behind this fest.